Always like Red 13's successful... Oh! When I was a kid, I thought that, like, if you did all the submarine games in the Gold Saucer, the last mission would be like you versus Emerald Weapon. But unfortunately, it's just more subs forever. Our Chocobo! He's alive again. He's visible. Can you get a gold sub? Maybe. Alright, so, pretty much now we're just going to endgame. But, we can do Wu-Tai. Might as well do Wu-Tai at the last moment like I usually do. Also, check this out. For the rest of the game, whenever we want the high wind, we gotta do this. I haven't tested it, but I don't think this will even get fixed on Disc 3. So, I think every time we ever want to use the high wind, we gotta go get it. There it is. Something about seeing it like appear on the horizon just cracks me up. just chilling out here. You can land there? Yeah, so that's what happens when you get the buggy, and then you get the high wind, and then you get the buggy again. And it's gone again. Is the soundtrack in the Quadramagic Cave and other places? Yeah, the other caves. Other than that, I'd have to think about it. Let me hear it again. Dude, that would be wild. I mean, I don't think that's the case. But now I'm kind of curious. Is the high wind just chilling out there? From like the start of the game? Yeah, this is Fort Condor. Fort Condor, Materia Caves. I think that's it. Oh, well, it's in buggy mode, though. Is the buggy sitting out there, though? Like, if we took a gold chocobo out there. Like, we'd have to hack one. But if we hacked the gold chocobo into the beginning of the game and we walked to 0-0, would there be like an invisible buggy that we'd bump into? That'd be wild. Yo, thank you, C-Mark, for the gifted sub. Maybe. Yeah, because, I mean, even when the high wind is invisible, it still has a marker on the world map. So, like, my guess is no, but who knows? That sounds like something the Final Fantasy VII developers would do. Like, just plop the high wind in the buggy in the middle of the ocean and be like, no one's gonna, like, run into this. Right? No one would be crazy enough to, like, run into this thing, right? Yes, we miss Bahamut forever unless we get Master Summon, which we will get Master Summon when we beat Emerald Weapon, but until then, we don't have Bahamut. We have Neo Bahamut, and we can dig up Zero Bahamut. But Bahamut we can only get on Master Materia. I would like to... Is there anything I want from the Ancient Forest? Also, we should go get the umbrella for the memes. Double cut, yeah, I do want double cut for later. Typhoon? Do you mean typhoon, or do you mean typhoon, or do you mean typhon? Tygoon. Typo? The epic summon materia typo. Yeah, it's spelled 3 different ways in the same game. I can kind of understand Typhon versus Typhoon. I don't know who typed Typhoon. Like, they blew it on that one. I can understand the other two. I don't know what was going on with Typhoon. Typhone. What game is he Typhone? Wait, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, isn't it? Typhone is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Old Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm kind of sad that I know Emerald Weapons route now. Because, like, back in the day when I was a kid, I was just absolutely terrified of seeing him in any spot. I'd be, like, checking my corners like it's freaking Call of Duty. like, is he there? He can still jump scare you when you leave Galnica and when you leave the huge materia. How do the Turks get down here? How about you just enjoy video games? How about that? Stop asking me all these questions. Obviously, there's a good answer. I'm just not going to give it to you. They're really good divers. It would be cool if there was like a little submarine parked next to the Galnica until you beat the Turks. Also, these guys are not fightable at the moment. They're very, very strong. Oh man, that fight went so well, I actually have Phoenix Downs. The carry armor fight, I mean. Because the first carry armor fight, I used all my Phoenix Downs. Yes, sir. Love me some escort guard. Don't do it, Cloud. Thank you. What's my favorite sound effect from the game? That would be the Hades sound effect. That one. Close second, the Aerith crit noise. Third place goes to... I would say Ultima, but no, I think I'm over Ultima. My eardrums are over Ultima. I have no MP. Oh, I do. Let's give Steel to Aerith, because she's the highest level. And it'll be fine. The Bahamut sound effect is pretty good. Cloud, don't steal from the dog. God. Oh, God. I mean, Cloud will live. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Hate to see that. Yeah, I got the Zydric. Dang, Cloud. Doing some damage. Do I do the joke where I walk away? Go, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, guys. Be right back. And just leave the fight going? Never gets old. Trine sound. I like the Trine sound, yeah. That's a good... You get to be our tank now. Zydric Ribbon. Indestructible doggo. Could also give him the tough ring to make him even more indestructible, but... You mean the tough ring? The tough... I think I talked about this before, but I really do feel like sound effects are like top 5 most important things in a video game. Like, I don't think video games are good or bad based on their sound effects alone, but I think that like the memorability factor is really hinges on the sound effects. Like, I think the difference between a game being good when you play it and a game being like a game you constantly come back to and remember and think fondly about and talk to your friends about, etc. is like the sound effects. Or just sound design in general, yeah. I mean, I often think about like, would Mario be Mario if it weren't for the sound effects in the music? Like, it would still be good. It would still be a good platformer. I'm sure it would have still been, like, a classic game. But, like, would it be Mario? Like, the video game? If it weren't for, like, having one of the most recognizable sound designs and probably, to this day, still the most catchy theme song of all time. Oh yeah, Pokemon too. Like, I think Pokemon, there's a lot of things surrounding it that made it so popular. I'm definitely one of those people that, as much as I like Pokemon, I do feel like the original Pokemon game being on the Game Boy is the reason Pokemon got so big. I think a lot of other games would have come after Pokemon and been like better pet simulator fighter style games, but the fact that it was on the Game Boy and literally like every single child in America and Japan had a Game Boy and it was just like that, like it became like a culture to like have a Game Boy and have Pokemon and trade and stuff. Like, that's what made Pokemon Pokemon, not the actual, I mean, I don't know. It was a perfect storm of like incredible character design, incredible sound design, etc. But I think that the real thing that sealed the deal was the fact that it was the first like big game on Game Boy that everyone had, and it had like a culture of play it with other people and trade with other people. Like, that was the real thing that sold it the most. But yeah, I mean, it's everything. It's everything with the original Pokemon. But like, the sound design of original Pokemon is so wild. And a lot of you guys weren't here for this because it was like a random night stream, I think. But I had this whole like, we had this whole rabbit hole that we went down because we were talking about the new Pokemon games and how they're just not as good and they really don't like catch you as much. And that's not true for everyone, but like for me especially, I play the new Pokemon games and I'm just like, there's something missing. Like, it just feels so like dry. And like, if you're really into Pokemon, it's fine. You're still going to enjoy it. But for like someone on the outside that's just playing it, you know, to get back into Pokemon after not playing it for a long time, there's like something so missing. It just felt like, I don't know, empty, right? And so we had this whole like rabbit hole. We were like, what is it about new Pokemon that just doesn't feel the same as old Pokemon? It's got all the Pokemon. It still has pretty good character design. You have Pokemon that are like piles of trash, but like, you know, Pokemon are still cool. You know, the graphics are great. I mean, granted, the newer games have like some of the newer games are just bad, like Scarlet and Violet, but I'm not, you know, taking that in consideration. I'm talking about like even the good ones, right? It still has amazing music. Like new Pokemon music is still super fire. So like all of it's there, but it's like what's missing, right? So we put a playthrough of OG Pokemon, and then we put a playthrough of like one of the newer games side by side, and we watched them together. And dude, it is night and day, the difference. Yeah, we did Pokemon Red or Blue versus Sword and Shield. And I'm telling you, you gotta try this. You have to try it. If you're a Pokemon fan or you're someone that's like, you know, what's missing with new Pokemon, you gotta try this. Put a playthrough of Pokemon Red next to a playthrough of Sword and Shield and put them both at the start of a battle and just watch. It is night and day difference. When you watch these battles, you watch the Sword and Shield and it's like Bubble Beam. Fire Blast. Ooh. Bam. Oh, he fainted. And then you look at the Pokemon Red, and it's like, Bubble Beam. And then the bar goes like, bink, and then the Pokemon faints. like it's so night and day difference. The sound effects are like crazy. And the screen shakes and it's going like black and white and black and white and black and white. Like it's so different. It's like it was crazy, the difference. You just immediately notice it. You don't really notice it when you're playing Sword and Shield, but then you go back to the other one, or you put them side by side, and it's like, and then we put the newest Pokemon game next to Pokemon Coliseum. Or no, not Coliseum. Pokemon Stadium, right? In the new Pokemon game, it was like, go, Bulbasaur. It was like, Ivy Whip. And then that was it. And then Pokemon Stadium, you got the amazing voice guy who's like, you know, oh, there's Bulbasaur. Oh, he's using Vine Whip. It's super effective critical hit. And there he goes. He's down. And it's so much more hype and exciting. Even though it's like, you know, looks like crap and it's, you know, Pokemon Stadium. It's very simple, but like, man, it's just night and day difference. So much more exciting. And I love Pokemon. I mean, we played Pokemon Stadium on stream a little while ago, and like, it's still fun. Like, when you hit like a crit super effective, and the dude just loses his mind, like, it's still so fun. And yet you don't really notice it when you play the new games, because they do look very nice and sound very nice, but then you put them next to each other and it's like, you really realize how different it is. They need to bring that back. For the next Pokemon game, they need to bring back a crazy announcer that just loses his mind. Like, when they make like whatever the newest Pokemon game is going to be, especially if they do like an open world again, they gotta have like an announcer follow you around, and then whenever you like battle, he like stands to the side and like voice acts the whole battle. That's what Pokemon is missing. We need that. Make the whole thing so much better. Need a Mortal Kombat announcer for our Pokemon battles. Or even just camera movement. Like, even just, yeah, like, the camera is so static and boring. It just sits behind your Pokemon. Like, the one we were watching, it never moved. It just sat behind your Pokemon, even if the opponent Pokemon was attacking. You know? There was no, like, zoom in, zoom out, camera shake. That's what it needs, man. That's what the new Pokemon games need. And yeah, there's so many of those old Pokemon attacks that are, like, so memorable. Like, I could probably play Pokemon attack sound effects, and you guys would be able to guess what attack it is. If I did that for a new game, no shot. Absolutely no shot you're guessing what the attack is. But if I play frickin' Game Boy Surf, you know exactly what it is. Yeah, the dialogue still, because we haven't been to Rocket Town yet. I don't know if you're here for it, but we did OG Rocket Town and then came back and did this afterwards. And like, or no, the other way around. We did this and then we did OG Rocket Town, and like Rude's dead body was still up there when we were talking to Sid for the first time. It was really goofy. Yeah, for sure. I think that, like, because they had so little to work with the graphics, they really had to be a lot more creative with, like, how do we make Bubble Beam and Water Gun look different, right? So, you know, Water Gun does like a and then Bubble Beam is like that slow motion. Frame one, there's like 2 bubbles, and then 4 bubbles, and then 6 bubbles. It goes. I still remember. I still like remember this animation. It was so memorable. Like the fact that I pretty much never played Squirtle, and I still remember that animation. Like goes to show you how memorable they were. And of course, like, OG Pokemon music was also, like, they had so little to work with that they really had to go hard on, like, the battle themes and stuff, but that's less of a comparison because new Pokemon music is still very good. They've done a very good job of, like, capturing what was good about the OG Pokemon music and, like, converting it into newer, like, consoles, you know? Like, you hear a brand new Pokemon song and you're like, oh, this is a Pokemon song. Yeah, which is impressive. Very impressive. But yeah, man, we need those epic camera shakes back. That's what Pokemon's missing. So, unfortunately, We have to not bring Aerith here. I forgot about this as well. This is the other one. This one will soft lock if we bring Aerith. Once we go up in the rocket, when Sid has his little speech about science saving the world, Aerith doesn't have a line and soft locks. So, Aerith can't go to space. R.I.P. And actually, shoot, I screwed up. Okay, good, we can do this. I gotta get steel off of Aerith. Sid is pro-microchipped vaccines. True. I heard him say it. My uncle works at Shinra. Ouch. Come on, doggo. What is this, Final Fantasy IX? You back to Scavenger Mod? I was gonna say, this is really not that hard of a steal. How's everyone? Sells it? Good to see you, man. Rude's last stand. All good, man. I appreciate you being here whenever you are. The guys. I wonder if Rude studied under Zangan. Could be why he has a crush on Tifa. Could also be the fact that Tifa's like Tifa. That could also be part of it. Nah, it can't be that. Still love this part where like Cloud tries to say something and Sid's just like, shut up, and then Cloud goes back and he's like, well, I did all I can do. Guess we're just in for the ride, I don't know. Hey, remember this cutscene? We get to see it again. Except with the right music this time. We're going to see Dyne. I am ashamed. I read a Final Fantasy fanfic that followed... Well, you can end it there, actually. It's okay. I understand. I understand that. You had me at ashamed. I don't think Dyne's coming home. We tried. Easy for Cloud, he knows everything. Sid gives you hints, but some of them are wrong, I think. I don't remember. I feel like I remember some of them being, like, translated poorly and they're not really correct. Some of them don't help at all. Like, some of them are just like, I don't know. But I want to say there's, like, one that's actually just incorrect. I could be thinking of something else, though. But yeah, he gives you hints. It's pretty possible to figure out. One of his hints is, like, one of the buttons is used twice. And another one of his hints is, like, circle is first, I think. So, like, you can get pretty close. You can get to the point where, like, you only have a few things to guess. See if I can find the... Here you go. He can say, I heard there's a passcode only the top people in Shinra know. We probably have to enter that. I think the first digit wasn't a square. That's true. I think the second digit wasn't an X. That's true. The second digit wasn't a triangle. I'm sure of it. That's true. The third digit was an X. I think. That's true. I'm pretty sure that the last digit was a triangle. No, maybe it was an X. The last digit is an X. So I guess that one's kind of like tricky, but he is correct. I have a feeling you pushed the circle only once. That's correct. Did you use triangle? I'm pretty sure you didn't. That one is misleading because you don't use triangle. I think there was a key that you have to push twice. That's correct. So, really the only one that's, like, misleading is the did you use triangle? I'm pretty sure you didn't. That's the only one that's misleading. But yeah, if you're listening to exactly what he says and he says, did you use triangle? I don't think you used triangle. Then you're probably going to use triangle for the rest of the time and never get it. Yeah, I wonder if it was just a mistranslation and he meant to say, like, I don't think it had triangle in it or something. Yeah, that's a shame. I did use triangle. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm still thinking about that. Yeah. Oh, by the way, auto put us in the high wind, so we're off in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, if it said, like, does it have triangle? I don't think it had triangle, then it would work. Yeah, we gotta remember to grab our gold chocobo before going anywhere, or else we'll get soft locked. Okay, cosmic gain in time. And before we do that, does anyone remember the point requirement for the umbrella? $5,000. Oh god, PS1, please. Is Bugenhagen a Cetra, a priest, or what is he? He is a fun guy. Wait, it's only available on disc 1, really? Is that true? Maybe we can cheat it. We do still have a way to get to disc 1. We'll wait till Diamond Weapon's on the map. Then we'll come do it and see if Diamond Weapon stays. We might be able to cheat it. Risking everything to get the umbrella. Wait a second. Didn't you guys say 2x cut was in the Ancient Forest? I got 2x cut. Did you guys mean slash all? I think you guys were thinking of slash all. Yeah. In that case, do I even want to go do Ancient Forest? I mean, I would like the Apocalypse. So I guess I'll go get it.